Are there any challenges for parents when they're going through a design that they just don't even think about if their child has asthma, um, that they should be aware of?
Yeah, I don't know what it's like. What I hear from parents is it's more the problem. And correct me if your readers are telling
Hmm.
you differently. But what I'm hearing is that the doctors are more likely to say, okay, your child has asthma, so it's like, you know, get rid of the pet, get rid of the carpet, install your HEPA filters, get your spatial vacuum, put hardwood floor everywhere. Like, it's more like they get this laundry list of things, and it's like, ugh, like, either I can't afford you all of that, or it's overwhelming. So I find it's less that people don't know what to do, but it's more that it's like, well, what makes sense for me to do? Like, what can I afford to do, and what's going to be a good investment for my house and for my child's health? It's kind of more balancing it all. Does that make
Hmm.
sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's why I'm a really big fan of like knowing your triggers so that you're dealing with what you need to deal with. And a lot of times, there's a lot of people who have mild asthma that's poorly controlled, and people can have severe asthma that's well controlled. So another thing I like to talk to my clients about is, and just generally friends and family with asthma, is having them have a really good understanding that there's no reason why their child or their family member's asthma can't be well controlled. I mean, we have, apparently I was reading a statistic that close to 10% of Olympic athletes have asthma. So,
It is.
right? So there's great medications on the market now. I don't mean to sound like, because I don't work for a pharmaceutical company, but I do know, in talking to other doctors, that, and seeing all the studies that are out there, that with some simple things done in people's homes, like even just regular, vacuuming, and if it's a dust mite allergy, getting rid of all those plush toys for little kids. And, you had some great tips on your website I saw there too today, using roller blinds instead of too much fabric, some simple things. And then they should be able to get it under control. And it's only if they've done that, I think families have really exhausted that, and the child seeing a specialist, and they're on a good dose of medication, and they're on it consistently. I would say then, if they're still having some troubles, I would say even then do the really expensive things like replacing all the carpet with hardwood, or there's all these fancy washing machines now too with the steam. And I guess it just really depends on what people are willing to invest in. But a lot of these things are very expensive, and I would want families to feel like they're getting a really good, return on their investment.
Of course, absolutely. It's a question of prioritizing what really makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's overwhelming for people, right? It can be really overwhelming.
It's a lot, especially if a child is at first diagnosed and you get the big list.
The big list, right? So it's like how to kind of break it down and take steps. So I mean, I'm an interior design. I guess, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of what we're talking about too is more sort of helping a family just navigate in some ways just the medical system too, right?